This video explains the process of test assignment. You start by clicking on the Assign and Assignment link at the top of the page. You can assign workflows or assessments depending on your privileges. In this case, we're going to assign assessments. The table consists of the Add button, which adds the test to be assigned, the quantity available, and the type of assessment you're working with. I'm going to choose the Management Potential Report of the 16th PF. I click the Continue button once I see the product has been selected. The next step is to search or select for your candidates. You can upload candidates by clicking on the Upload button, create, search, or select from a group. I'll show you each of the processes quickly here. I'll add Joe Testing with my email address. We can add Joe in manually. So this is the tried and true, creating one candidate at a time. You can also search for existing candidates. I'll search for my email address in the system, actually spell it right here, and choose Mike. I can do an advanced search where I have additional search options for when the group was created or when it was created between. I'll take these two candidates and then I'll choose to upload a file. In the uploading process, we give you a couple of options. You can pull our default template. An example would be I have a file in Excel already and I need to add them. If I click that default template, I can manually add very simple information to create candidates. So let's say I have Sally Smith, and just for kicks I'll give her my email, and I have James Jones. I'll give him my email again. I could key these in, paste them in, etc. So all I have to do is save this file as a CSV. I'll save it in a Documents folder and just call it Candidates. Okay. Solve the noise with CSV, close this down. Alright. Now that my file is saved, I can choose the default format, which is what we took, or I could take custom. I'll choose custom just so you can see this happen. On my Documents folder, I then go search for the file called Candidates, hit Open, and Continue. What it does is it asks you, how would you like me to map these fields? For instance, if I map them in with values called fname, lname, it would say these look like these fields, and I could select which ones I wanted to choose. In this case, since I chose my own template, it's going to match. In the case of uploading candidates that already exist, I could choose to include them by clicking yes. Since I know these candidates don't exist, I'm going to click no. It tells me what file I've chosen, how many candidates there are. It'll give me a hint of the first few, and then I click upload. It'll give me the progress of the upload and tell me when I'm done. Now I have two candidates uploaded, I have two candidates selected, and I click continue. These are the default or demographics that are presented. I can say I'm doing for employee selection. In this case, maybe let's say I'm doing it for development, for managers. I'm in the manufacturing field, and the job title is plant manager. And then I click continue. It's going to verify for the candidates that I chose. Remember, I chose 4. Do we have the same demographics for all 4? Perhaps there's one of them that's not applying for plant manager. I could change that on this screen. So the screen is not a duplicate screen of the prior. It's verifying that we want those demographics to go with those candidates. I then click continue, and I have a few more options at assignment. I can send a candidate an invitation email. Most people select yes. I can select the default template that the system provides, or I can create my own template and save that for later use. I can share the results with the candidate. These are options that may or may not be set on your client implementation, but 99 times out of 100, we're not going to share it directly with the candidate, and then I can include them in a group. A group is a logical division so that they can be reported on. You don't have to use groups, but say I'm only hiring MBAs, I can put them in the MBA group. And then this final screen just shows you everything you've done, what product you've selected, who those are assigned to, and the counts, and I can change any of this information at any time. I click the Assign button, it gives me a status of how those are progressing, and then I can choose to, since I've sent them an email, let's say they're sitting right here on site, I can launch that assessment right now, or just say the system did its process, and when they get the links, they'll take that test at home.